just kind of a quick overview. I'll show one of the projects I've been working on. This is kind of like an ongoing project. This is the Virtus Sig Sauer. It's the 22 caliber pellet gun. It's got like a belt-fed magazine right there. Anyway, 88 gram CO2 MCS stock. I modified the stock a little bit. I mean, I'll do some shooting with it in another video, so I'm just going to talk about it for a second. We got the adapter, so it can use the CO2 right there. I put the I kind of shortened it a little bit because I need to be able to twist and turn this and tighten it down. This is from my GoPro. This thing had a tool in it and an inner sleeve. I took that out. I didn't need that. It's got some really heavy lead, not Walmart pellets. It's got nice heavy pellets. I'll talk about some of the pellets I've been using. This is a print off Thingiverse JTB. It's like freeware. You can download it and print it. My little light, or my little red dot V-Life or whatever, I got that on Amazon. I cut down the barrel. I cut down this shroud thing right to this spot. I don't know if you've ever taken one apart, but there you go. And when I first got this thing, rattled like crazy, and that's why I was talking about it. It's not rattling anymore. Basically, this thing screwed into this thing right here, and I don't know what it was called, but this whole thing just sat inside of a cavity and it just moved around, and all the fittings were just press fitted with it goes up here and then down and then over here, where the barrel nut or whatever holds the barrel down, all that stuff. I mean, I don't know exactly what it's called, but a lot of the fittings were put together with just a rubber seal and just pressed into each other, kind of like if you picked it up it'd just fall apart. And so this gun leaked, and I didn't know why. Well, and that was basically why. And I don't know. I mean, I got it because I wanted to use it to possibly defend my house with it, or do stuff with this pellet gun. But it was not doing anywhere near the FPS that they were talking about in the advertisements. None of that stuff. And so I was kind of really bothered by it. Plus, this trigger really stuck. It was a sticky trigger. It doesn't do that no more. There was actually a recess in some of the trigger mechanism here for a spring. Now, I don't know if it never came with one and it accidentally never happened, but I found a spring and I put it in there. For a while, I'd ran a rubber band through the selector switch hole to kind of like pull it back. Because when it goes up, you can see there's like a metal that comes down. Well, a little bit of rubber band would just push it back down, so it stopped hanging. But then eventually I figured out how to put that spring in there, and then it stopped doing that. I never had it. I don't know if it was like a fluke or whatever, so maybe that's why some of these stick. I don't know. I got rid of this because I didn't need it. I mean, there's no gas in here, so it's safe. There's nothing. This is a spent one. I've done a lot of testing with some of these just single use, and I have used the 88 gram, but sometimes it's really hard. Like when I get done with something, I'm not going to puncture a full 88 gram just to go test it and blow it all out and screw it all up over that. I mean, it's easier to waste a 12 gram than it is to waste an 88 gram. Anyway, unless I was rich, then I do that. I got rid of extra crap on here that wasn't functional, that was decorative. So if it's not functional, it's not on this air gun at all. Okay, and then the next thing here is with the seals and all. This thing right here that was loose, the things that screw in here, I don't know what they call it, but whatever. This thing glued down, JB welded. JB welded here, just JB welded. I can still take it apart, but I JB welded all the pieces for where all the air goes. So the air only comes out exactly where the pellet is to push it out. None of this leaking crap anymore, plus no rattling. I didn't like that. And I bored out each little piece along the way. So if I could take a 16th off of it, if I could take an 1/8 off of it, I took it. But if I couldn't, because there's some little elbows and stuff, you really couldn't do much in them. So I just like bore them out a little bit. Plus some of the pieces were small. So I did what I could, and it straight rips through pans. I mean, I don't really care if you believe me or you don't believe me, but I've had this for a while and I've been working on it. It's my work in progress. I'm pretty much done. I'm pretty much done with it. Let's fold it over. Anyway, it's just kind of a tabletop. If you have a Virtus and you'd like to make it more powerful, I would never buy one again on purpose. Like, I won't ever own one again. I mean, this one I'm keeping, but I'm not ever going to buy one, because if I knew how all this stuff was loose in here, this is a target gun that wastes your air. I mean, that's what it is. And I didn't know what else to do, because like sometimes I'll get into an air gun and you can tap and die, and you can take out those press fittings or whatever you want to call them. I don't know what they're called, and stop leaks from the design flaws. So you don't have to reverse engineer them. But other than that, it's been fun because I really like tinkering and stuff and ripping stuff apart. This 3D print is PLA plus. Just want to throw that in there. I love PLA plus. It's my favorite kind of printing material. This is really dense. It's really high level of plastic. I mean, it's not 100% because I don't necessarily think that's strong, but it's got a high infill rate. It's been a while since I did it anyway, but yeah, I just figured I'd show you. This is my Virtus. So, I mean, just, yeah, if you got a rattle, put a spring in there. I mean, if this sticks, just put a spring in there. If you got a rattle, just glue this piece down. I mean, you don't have to glue the rest of it. I mean, you can have your gun and it can leak. I don't care. But if you're tired of it rattling right here, you can pull this apart. And on one side, it kind of just sits there. You can put some JB weld in there, let it dry, and put it back together. And then it'll stop rattling here. And that is a really good fix. That's if you don't care about the rest of it. And the only reason it even got any FPS before was because of this long ass barrel. But I couldn't, like, you know, maneuver through hallways or anything with this device. With such a long barrel. I mean, I cut off a lot. I mean, you can go and take a look at the pictures or whatever, but this is my baby. I don't mean to shake the camera all over the place. I will set up a target. I have to build something to shoot this in my garage, because I got to set up for some less lethal balls, and then this will rip right through whatever you know, padding and stuff I put up for those. So I'll have to find something else to shoot this through. But anyway, that's my latest project. I just wanted to throw this out there for all the Virtus people. Like, if you want to know why your tank's leaking or your stuff's leaking inside, or why you can't keep it charged, well, this whole stuff in here is just press fitted together, and especially if those seals start going, it's just gonna leak it all out. There's nothing holding it together at all. It's ridiculous. It's even for an air gun, I don't know why Sig built it like that. It's just really strange to me. You know, I thought I was getting like a high-end pellet gun, and I was not. This is more like a low-end pellet gun insides with, you know what I mean, what they did. It was just really weird. But I bet you other PCP pellet guns don't do that inside. Anyways, I liked the look at it first. I mean, that's what drew me into it, because I wanted to make a project out of it. But anyways, this is my end result. This is kind of where I'm at. I need to get some more magazines for it, because you do get like 3 belts when you buy it, and then you just put another belt. But I couldn't imagine trying to like defend myself and just shoving in another one of these you know, like pull it out and roll another belt in there. I think I just need to have another one. And with an 88 gram supply of CO2, it should rock for a while. I wouldn't want to get hit with it, but obviously it's just something that I probably won't use if cornered. I've got a lot of other stuff, but I just really like this now. It's cool. I'd never do it to the project again though, because like that is a lot. You know, you spend this much money on something, and maybe, you know, 300 whatever some odd dollars that I got it for, 350 or something when I got it new, isn't a lot to some people, but to me it was a lot to not get something as reliable as I thought, you know, that name would bring. You know, they brought out some really cool stuff to the airgun market, and I just thought they would bring their quality. But I mean, I don't really know about the quality of their real handguns because I can't have one of those. But if they make them like this pellet gun, I'd be frustrated.